Get that out of here. He's on fire. You bring the peanut butter and I'll bring the jam. Also, can you guess what I'm reviewing yet? BOOMSHAKALAKA.
This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/AJ for your free trial membership.
Hey, and welcome to App Judgment, the best place to see hands-on app news and reviews. I'm Jackie, and if you didn't catch what I was putting down earlier, today I'm going to show off the killer mobile version of one of our culture's favorite games, NBA Jam. Yes, the same game that took over your life, at least when you weren't trying to memorize Jurassic Park. I've come to hold a very particular liking for NBA Jam recently because it lately has been my friends and my go-to taking a break from video games game when we're all FPS'd out. Just a week or so ago, EA released NBA Jam for iOS 3.0 devices, and it is indeed the NBA Jam we all know and love. Except the mobile version will only set you back just a handful of dollars instead of 60, and since it's on the go, you'll actually be playing during your free time rather than spending 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, but definitely not 8 hours on the couch. The menu controls, audio, and game modes are just what you'd find on the console version, and surprisingly, the major noticeable differences are actual improvements. But we'll get into that in just a sec. For now, let's shoot some hoops. So depending on how much time and effort you're willing to expend, choose your game type from the menu. Classic campaign is just like the console, play your way through and beat every team. Choosing Play Now is cool if you want to try out different players, teams, difficulties, or just want to have a quick match without affecting your career. Just like in the console version, you can get achievements or challenges by doing certain badass moves. The challenges then unlock extra players and moves. You can browse through and brag about these here. I'm obviously pro. So since I'm not really having a jam session right now, I'm going to get in on some Play Now action. So enter in whatever clever 3-character thing you want to use, choose your difficulty, and then you can swipe through the teams on the top menu and tap yours and your teammate's CPU's player to change those. And boom goes the dynamite. You're playing NBA Jam.
And the ball is in play. Blue Bayou passes it up. BOOMSHAKALAKA! Roy fires it up.
If you feel tired or dizzy, be sure to hit the pause button here. Then you can mess around in the menu, or if you decide you need to rage quit the match, you can only save your progress in one game, either the campaign or the instant action. I, as well as the app, have to advise you before you start any campaign or games, you need to get up in the jam camp. It's pretty important to learn the new controls and other even more important things, but before we get into that, how about we take a little halftime and dunk in with our sponsors? See what I did there with sports?
Matt, what's been in your watch instantly queue lately, man?
I've been catching up on some old Japanese Kurosawa films.
Oh,
actually.
beautiful.
Just
Seven
kind of
Samurai,
nerding out. Yeah, Yojimbo is the one I just
Yojimbo's
caught.
amazing.
It's amazing, amazing. What about you? What do you think?
I've been watching a lot of the DC animated stuff, the direct-to-video movies.
Cool, cool.
You know, they adapt a lot of their big comic book series. I watched All-Star Superman.
Yeah.
And it's always really cool to see how they do it, but they're never like super awe-inspiring, so I don't want to buy them and put them on my shelf and own them
watch
forever.
it once, probably.
Exactly, and Watch Instantly is like good for stuff like that. You know,
perfect.
they have tons of things like that. They have thousands of TV episodes and movies that stream directly to your PC, your Mac, right to your TV via Netflix-ready device like the Xbox 360, PS3, or the Nintendo Wii console. Plus, you can get DVDs by mail in about 1 business day.
Watch as many movies as you want, anytime you want. There are never any late fees or due dates, and as a new member and App Judgment viewer, you can get a free trial membership. Just go to netflix.com/AJ and sign up now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get your Japanese film nerd on.
That's right, get your comic book nerd on.
Get all your nerds on. Every single nerd.
Okay, so before you do anything else, switch over to the other menu and complete the jam camp. Guess what that gives you? The mad skills you need to play, and yup, big head mode. This back menu is also where you can check the high scores and most importantly change your control options. In the full console game, you can either play using buttons or joysticks. If you're a stick fiddler, here you can use gestures that mimic the sticks, which can be performed anywhere on the screen. Or you can choose immobile on-screen buttons. So depending on how I feel like playing, I found both of them useful and a solid feature in the mobile version. Especially because, for example, when you're going up for a ball or shot, your left thumb is, with the immobile controls, almost completely covering your player. Using the gestures will allow you to adjust around and find where it works best for you. Getting back into the main menu is where you can check out the Jam Store, which is basically if you don't feel like working your way up in life and think money can buy happiness in NBA Jam. Turns out it's true, and you can purchase different levels of prices and divisions, conferences, and bulk packages. That's what she said. All right, back to business. As much as I love NBA Jam and definitely recommend downloading the iOS game, I feel like it's lacking just one thing I really wish it had: multiplayer. The gameplay is just as awesome for single player and it noticeably accommodates for the lack of multiplayer, but come on, it's so doable. But still, I almost actually kind of prefer the mobile version over the console sometimes. It looks awesome, plays great, and I mean, it's the jam. Download NBA Jam. And here's to hoping we can see some multiplayer action soon, but until then, let me know what you think of it. Find me on Twitter at Jackie Talbot or email us at appjudgment@revision3.com. If you want to share a review for an app we've already covered or want to suggest a new review, go talk it up on our forums or Facebook or let us know on Twitter at appjudgment. And be sure to subscribe to the show via YouTube to keep up with all the latest app news and reviews. Happy ballin'!